The first light of morning crept slowly across the land, painting the sky in shades of soft orange and deep gold. The grassland stretched as far as the eye could see, dotted here and there with lone acacia trees whose twisted branches swayed gently in the cool breeze. Beyond the open plains, massive silhouettes moved, towering mammoths, with long, curved tusks that caught the sunlight like polished ivory. They grazed slowly, unhurried, their sheer size a reminder of the ancient power of this world. Beneath a rocky cliff, half hidden from the open plain, a shallow cave sheltered a small band of prehistoric humans. The cool stone walls still held the faint warmth from the fire they had kept alive through the night. Thin tendrils of smoke curled lazily from the ashes, carrying with them the sharp scent of charred wood and roasted meat. The smell was comforting, but it was also a beacon, one that might draw unwanted attention from predators lurking nearby. One by one, the tribe began to stir. A young boy rubbed the sleep from his eyes, his small body wrapped in the dried hide of a deer. His mother, her hair tangled from the night, reached to steady him as he stepped toward the cave's entrance. Outside, two hunters squatted near the dying fire, sharpening stone-tipped spears with slow, careful strokes. Every sound, the scrape of stone against stone, the quiet crackle of the embers, was part of their morning rhythm, a ritual they had followed for as long as memory could recall. The leader of the group, a tall, broad-shouldered man whose weathered face bore deep lines of experience, scanned the horizon from the cave's mouth. His eyes lingered on the movement of the mammoth herd in the distance, then shifted to the tall grass swaying in irregular patterns, a possible sign of other creatures moving, unseen. He knew that the plains were never empty. Somewhere out there, saber-toothed cats waited for the careless while packs of wild dogs roamed in search of an easy kill. Children clung close to their mothers, clutching simple tools, sticks sharpened into points, more as a comfort than a defense. The women whispered to them, their voices low and steady, teaching without words the need for quiet in the early hours. Every sound carried far in the still morning air, and the wrong sound could bring danger before they had time to react. The day's survival depended on every choice they made now. The hunters checked their weapons again, tying the spearheads tightly with strips of dried sinew. Others filled small pouches with dried berries and roots, provisions for the hours ahead. No one wasted time or movement. Life in this world allowed no room for hesitation. The leader finally gave a small, almost imperceptible nod. It was the signal to begin the day's journey. The group stepped from the safety of the cave into the open plain, the wind carrying with it both the scent of distant rain and the faint musk of animals on the move. The sun was climbing, the shadows shortening, and with each step they took, they carried with them the unspoken understanding. This day, like every day, was a test of their skill, their unity, and their will to survive. By midday, the heat pressed down on the plains like a heavy blanket. The golden grass shimmered in the sun, hiding countless dangers beneath its swaying blades. The tribe moved together in a loose formation, their bare feet leaving faint impressions in the dry earth. Every movement was quiet, deliberate. Each member knew the importance of silence in a land where predators listened as much as they watched. At the front, the leader slowed and dropped into a crouch, his sharp eyes scanning the ground. The hunters gathered around, careful not to cast long shadows over the tracks he was studying. The impressions in the dirt were fresh, deep, rounded hoofprints of a large antelope, a promising find. But just a few paces away, another set of marks caught his attention. Long, curved gouges, deeper at one end as if claws had raked the earth. His jaw tightened. A saber-toothed cat had passed this way, likely stalking the same prey. A faint breeze stirred the grass, carrying with it the musky scent of animals. The leader lifted his hand in a silent signal, and the hunters spread out, fanning into positions they had rehearsed countless times. Each man and woman knew exactly where to move, reading the land and each other's gestures without the need for words. The younger members of the group stayed toward the center, carrying spare spears and stone knives. For long minutes they crept forward, the only sounds the whisper of their steps and the soft rustle of grass brushing their legs. Then, a sharp motion from the lookout at the ridge made everyone freeze. The lookout's arm pointed toward a cluster of bushes near a narrow stream. Beyond them, barely visible through the foliage, an antelope grazed with its head low, ears twitching as it tore mouthfuls of grass. The leader signaled for the hunters to circle wide. 2 of them moved downstream, crossing in the shallows to block any escape in that direction. Others slipped closer, keeping downwind so their scent would not betray them. The air seemed to tighten with anticipation. The hunters' eyes were fixed on the antelope, but their ears remained alert for any sound of the saber-tooth, the hidden danger they could not afford to forget. When the moment came, it happened in a burst of motion. The leader's arm dropped and the hunters surged forward, feet pounding the earth. Spears arced through the air, one striking the animal's flank, another piercing deep near its shoulder. The antelope bolted, but its strength faltered quickly. A final thrust brought it down in a tangle of legs and dust. The tribe erupted in cheers, but their celebration was brief. The leader raised his hand again, reminding them that the smell of fresh blood could draw predators within minutes. They worked quickly, tying the carcass with strips of hide to carry back, all the while scanning the horizon. Survival demanded speed, and in this ancient land, victory was never without risk. The sun dipped low, casting long shadows across the plain as the tribe returned to their rocky shelter. The weight of the antelope was shared between several hunters, their muscles aching, but their spirits steady. At the cave, women moved quickly, spreading leaves and flat stones to prepare the meat. Sharp flint, flakes flashed in the firelight as they sliced through sinew and hide with practiced precision. The smell of fresh blood mixed with the smoke of the rekindled fire, a scent both comforting and dangerous. Children sat close to the elders, wide-eyed as stories of past hunts and ancestral spirits filled the cool evening air. The flickering flames painted their faces in gold and shadow, making the tales feel alive. Outside, 2 hunters kept watch at the cave's edge, spears in hand, eyes scanning the growing darkness. In the distance, a low roar echoed, a reminder that danger never slept. But here within the circle of firelight there was warmth, food, and the strength of unity. In this untamed world, survival was not just a matter of skill, but of staying together, protecting one another, and holding on to the will to face whatever the next day would bring.